Oggi abbiamo come ospite Markus, Managing Director di SMR. Grazie Markus per essere qui con noi.
It's a pleasure, Davide. It's always a pleasure to work together with siderweb. Thank you.
Thank you again, Markus. La prima domanda che vorrei farti riguarda i risultati 2023 dei grandi produttori di inox, che ci sono sembrati piuttosto fiacchi, diciamo così. Qual è il motivo secondo te?
Okay, a little sluggish is very friendly, so to speak. 2023 was one of the worst years ever. And allow me to look at some of my notes here because it's about numbers and facts, Only Acerinox was still positive with about 500 million EBITDA, but all these profits were from the United States. All the others that report, Aparam and Dr. Kompu, made significant losses for the whole year, and especially the fourth quarter was a disaster. In total, the three reporting companies, so that excludes AST, made 1.2 billion loss in only one quarter, So, talking about the market in 1 minute is not easy, but the key elements for that was real demand was going down by 8%. The apparent demand, that means production, so that means the destocking included, was down by 19%. In some countries, like cold rolled in Italy, was down by 25%. It is, I have not seen that in a long time, or probably never. So it was really bad. And then additionally, and this is the element, the stocks were drawn down in Europe by 600,000 tons, about of almost 250,000 tons in Italy alone, So these three elements made it a horrible year, and the price, of course, on top of it, so this was all tonnage, the prices went down by 19% if we look from January to December, cold roll 304 as the benchmark price. So that's a scenario horribile, as you could say.
Yes. Invece, quali sono stati finora gli elementi centrali di questo 2024? E che cosa ti aspetti che avverrà nei prossimi mesi?
Also first of all, this year so far, destocking has ended. That's positive. Real demand is still weak in all segments except power generation and aerospace, also power generation including oil and gas, aerospace, which is very little for stainless steel, but all others, building and construction, but also consumer goods, even catering, food processing is down. And very important, the chemical process industry. Also in the first half of 2024, the investments were subdued. We have all the hopes for the second half that there will be some restocking, that the demand is coming back here and there, and we see indications from Germany, where we hear about the first things. And then one key question is, what will IM and exports do? Now, at the moment, because last year, the only good thing was that imports went down, and the European mills had more of the European market. This year, there is a certain risk that imports go up again, as we see it now. So this is a little bit uncertain, but I would say overall, 24 will be better than 23.
When we speak about stainless, passiamo ad un altro elemento centrale per l'acciaio inossidabile. Come sta evolvendo il mercato mondiale del nickel?
You are a guru of the nickel market.
Well,
What happened?
Good. I know many gurus. I'm not one of them, but I speak to them regularly. By the way, one of them, Jim Lennon, which in my opinion is the strongest analyst for the nickel market still. Nobody understands it as good as he does. He will be in Rome at our conference, where siderweb will also be present, and he will moderate the nickel session. I give you now my picture in a nutshell. I just been 10 days ago with Jingsan. Jingsan in China is the biggest nickel producer and the biggest stainless producer by far. And that was in the last week of May. And he told me, wait until the first week of June and the nickel price will come down again. And exactly that what it was, because the reason for the 21,000 was not sufficient licenses for mining in Indonesia. Today, the nickel price is no longer made on the LME, it's made in Indonesia. On the other side, there is no reason why nickel should be over 20, particularly also in the light that nickel for batteries, which was the strong driver also psychologically, is more and more becoming clear. And Jingsan is now the number 3 battery producer in India, in China as well, that they use more and more nickel-free batteries for new generations. Yeah? So that story that the nickel market will double because of the e-cars, we know now this is not. We need more in the next 2-3 years, but then it will level off and it could even come down again. So supply demand nickel already as we speak. We produce more nickel as we consume also in 2024. So that's why we believe rather until the end of the year on a stable market, and then in 25 there will be new dynamics. You have to ask me, or the specialists in Rome in September know a lot more about 2025 nickel.
This question is about
Una riflessione. Negli ultimi anni abbiamo assistito al ritorno delle aziende italiane ad essere protagoniste sul mercato europeo e non solo dell'acciaio inossidabile. Come cambiano gli equilibri nel mercato dell'Unione, le acquisizioni di Arvedi su Ast, Marcegaglia su Outokumpu e Cogne su Mannesmann.
Marcegaglia with Outokumpu and now Cogne with the management tubes.
So first of all, Cogne did not only buy Salzgitter Mannesmann, they also bought the Degerfors plant from Marcegaglia, which didn't need it, so to speak. Now, generally, I can say that the Italians show confidence, and this contrary to others. The Italians show confidence in stainless steel, and they even invest in that through M&A in this case, because there are good opportunities. Other Europeans, they go the other way. They don't invest in Europe, they invest outside, and they invest in nickel alloys, for example, but not in stainless steel. So obviously, Italy is you could say the same size market than Germany, and probably soon will be the biggest market because the German market is structurally in decline, So the Italians, they believe in stainless and they stay there. And this is also why the conference is in Rome and not in Berlin.
We are seeing,
Stiamo assistendo a un grande ritorno del protezionismo sui mercati internazionali, che sta influenzando anche il commercio dell'acciaio inossidabile. Come viene valutato il CBAM dalle aziende al di fuori dell'UE?
Okay, first of all, geopolitics will be the biggest impact on the European and global stainless steel industry for the next 10 years. Geopolitics, which could include military conflicts and so on, but I don't put that in my forecasts. But first of all, CBAM, if you mention CBAM, for me, it's becoming a big disaster. I'm very clear here. It's an administrative monster, which none of the European stainless steel mills like, and it doesn't help us at all. Because at the end of the day, and I spoke with Jingsan, with Tisco, with all the big mills in China, they're not afraid of it, not at all. They say, look, hey, our CO2 footprint is not so much different from the Europeans because we also use as much scrap as we can. And they will say, look, for everything we sell to Europe, we melt it from scrap. Jingsan even says, even from NPI, they will be able to do 3 tons per ton. I'm not convinced that this is correct, but even if it's 5, at the moment, CO2 costs 45 euros per ton, and they easily absorb that. And then the next thing is they say, okay, we don't want to sell stainless steel in Europe. We don't care. It's less than 10% of our sales. We want to sell products made of stainless steel, and these are not included in CBAM. Yeah? So it will only accelerate the deindustrialization of Europe. So if this is not completely reformed, the whole thing, it will not help us. In the contrary, it will bring us containers and containers of stainless steel products. So CBAM is not an issue, but one sentence to the geopolitical system. I was yesterday in France with one of the biggest distributors globally, actually, of plate and also long products, etc. And he said, and for him, Germany is the biggest market. So he's sitting in the same boat of most of us. He said, if we are not building a wall around Europe, we are going under. And this is the case. We need to find quota situations or even really seal the market off for finished products, because otherwise, and what I have seen in China, it's scary. They are building, for example, Tsingshan is building a 1.6 million ton plate mill at the moment. You know how big the world market is for stainless steel plate? 1.4 million. I told them that, and then they said, oh yeah, but we don't need to use 100% of our capacity, something like that. So it's what is going on there is dangerous. And by the way, one more comment to Rome, Tsingshan will be in Rome. So we will have the possibility to ask them how they think the future of stainless steel will be, and if they really think that China can produce 100% of the stainless steel.
Okay. Thank you, Markus.
Grazie Markus, come sempre la tua esposizione è stata molto interessante e speriamo di averti ancora come ospite. A questo punto ci vediamo a Roma.
In Rome.
Anytime, see you soon and have a good summer until then. Thank you, Davide.